Welcome to the Class Business Podcast. I'm Krissy Monaghan, your host, and today we're joined by Hayley Wensley, founder of Nexus Creative Studios, a performing arts hub offering classes, production and creative projects that give young people opportunities to connect, perform and explore their potential. Hayley is a finalist for Rising Star of the Year, sponsored by Baby Beats at the Class Business Awards. I'm excited to get into this conversation, so let's dive in. Absolutely amazing to have you here today on the podcast. For everyone that's listening online or watching us on YouTube, please tell everyone who you are, what do you do, and where do you do it?
Yeah, good morning. I am Hayley. I am the director of Nexus Creative Studios. We are based in Lincoln, and we're a creative hub, really. We were set up to work with all manner of creative projects, so really not limited to, but mainly performing arts. So we're running from the beautiful city of Lincoln on a very sunny day this morning as well.
How long have you been involved in performing arts?
So I have been running performing arts academies, schools, theatre schools of various descriptions for, I would say, oh, this is scary, getting on for 25 years now.
Yeah. That's a long time. That's like, I've got a colleague, Diane from Rascals, and she's in performing arts as well, 30 years as well. Yeah. So it's a long time that you've been involved. Was you a performer before?
Yeah, so I loved performing from a young age. I was a dancer. When I was young, there wasn't an awful lot around. This whole kind of burst of drama schools performing, sort of weekend part-time things, performing arts academies, that kind of thing. There wasn't as much choice or things around when I was younger, but mainly I was a dancer, and then I went into I did a bit of dabbling with performing through A-level kind of age, and then I went to uni and studied drama and English literature. But my aim at that point was to go into drama therapy. So I was really quite interested. And at that time, we are going back a few years, there wasn't as much really around to do with drama therapy. There wasn't much awareness of it. It was just something that kind of resonated with me. And I think I kind of sought out ways to get into it. Through uni, I did a lot of voluntary work, working with social services, all sorts of different things to sort of boost my skills, if you like, and understanding and develop myself in that way. And then when I came out of uni, I think I was probably a little bit burnt out from doing all that while studying as well, and probably needed a little bit of time to sort of find my way and mature a bit as well, and find, those sort of resources in myself. And then it was just a couple of years of doing all sorts of everything from event management. I did writing, freelance writing, all sorts of bits and pieces, lots of temping in different corporate kind of administrative roles. So I sort of went into that area as well. And then found myself with a theatre school franchise, which I ran for the best part of 10 years.
Wow.
And absolutely adored it. But then I ended up with two very young children, and kind of felt that it was sort of a bit time to move on, I suppose, in that sense, and just went into sort of freelance writing and bits and pieces for a few years, and then went back into it all again. So yes, that's kind of where halfway where we're up to.
Yeah, so obviously 10 years with a franchise is a long time. So you've definitely done your innings there. And how long has this current theatre school been running for?
Yeah, so after, once my children were a little bit older, I was home educating as well for a while with them. So we were really, really busy. And then I went into another network with a performing arts academy, which I've been doing for about 8 years as well. And then Nexus came out of really just and looking for an outlet for different projects and things that were coming up that were not fitting into what I was doing with my regular performing arts work. So Nexus is really as Nexus. It's been only since last summer that we.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're very, very new in this new company. And like, what's the ages of the children? Is it just children, or is it right through to teenagers?
Again, yeah. So with Nexus, it's really we're open to. The idea of Nexus is that we're open to projects, collaborations, ideas. We're a hub for putting those kind of projects into action, if you like. So really, we're open to any ages. Last year, we kicked off really with a short film project over the summer, and that was for children from about 8 up to I think our oldest were about 16. And then we went into a performance with a cast of roughly 14 to 18-year-olds. And so we're sort of open to, it depends on the project, really. I would say at the moment we're mainly youth focused, but it depends what comes along. We're really just happy to hear from people with ideas and start projects based around who's interested.
Are the projects, are they funded, or is that how it works? Is it funded, or is it parent?
Yeah, so far we have the projects that we've done. They haven't been funded, and we have been really focused on just trying to keep costs as low as possible for people, and find ways of funding them and ways of doing things that aren't, that we don't have to have high costs, basically. But we are looking to get into starting to look for funded projects and things as sort of social enterprise community interest projects as well. And definitely we're going down that route. Yeah.
And I'm just interested with the film project then that you did. Did that come from young people or from something else?
Yeah, so it was basically a week during the summer where we just got a group of young people in and we just collaborated. We worked on the way to build a story as a short film project, and then we worked on the project through the week, everything from initial concept to sort of post-production, and just got them involved in the whole process of that.
That's amazing, and that's a really, really good work. And obviously these young people, you're having an impact on their life. Are these young people that would normally be able to access services?
Yeah, so I think we do draw a really wide variety of young people in that sense, because I do try to keep it really affordable. So everything that I've done in the past, I've always tried to keep really affordable for everybody. I'm definitely looking to expand on that and look at how we can make things more accessible to everybody. I'm quite involved in the sort of dance world. My daughter's a performer and a dancer and things, and I'm really well aware of things like summer intensive. There's intensives and these kind of weeks that are so available to people but do cost, and there is a cost attached to a lot of things. So we're definitely looking to expand that. But what we have been doing is we've been working. So I run from most of my classes and rehearsals and things run from the local college in Lincoln. And we've been building quite a strong relationship with them over the years. And then certainly they've really supported Nexus and are looking to sort of look at ways that they can support us, but also we're supporting them. So, for example, I've done a couple of performances and things where their events students have come and helped and done front of house and volunteered to do things like that for me. It's brilliant work experience for them, and it also keeps me really connected and able to find out what young people are wanting and needing to develop themselves as well. So definitely with events. So the college students on one of the events courses reached out to me and said, they were looking for sponsorship and also support with costume for one of their projects. So I helped with providing costume for that, and sort of helping them to realise the concept that they had for their costume and things. So we were able to support with that. And then things like supporting, so the College Awards night recently, we were able to support the Community Spirit Award through sponsoring the student that was awarded with that. So that was really nice for me to be able to give back as well, and to get involved in that way. We're definitely developing as much as we can.
And is the plan, like, obviously we're you a year into the business and we're halfway through the year, have you got a vision of where you're taking this?
Yeah, I mean, so I think we're very responsive to what people are saying they want and they need. So I don't necessarily at the moment have a really solid business plan of where I want this to go. It's more of a let's see how this is evolving. It's very holistic in that sense. So we had our first major project really was in February. We did a youth production of Six, the musical. Yeah. So we had a small cast. Some of the students from the college organised. They designed all the lighting and helped with the set and things for that, which was absolutely fantastic. And from that, I've just been pestered constantly. What's the next project? What's the next one? So we've now got a project. We're doing a cabaret in the October half term, sort of not Halloween themed, but a sort of a darker, edgier type of cabaret for some of the kind of, so they're a bit older, these students, so obviously they're about 15 and up, and we're able to sort of build around who is interested in being part of the project and then build what we're doing around them, and we've been able to sort of go out and take them to do showcase performances and things. We were in Hull at Hull New Theatre last week doing a showcase performance. So we're very much, when we have a group of people, we then collaborate and see what they want to build from it and what the project they want as well as I work very closely with my sort of more MD choreographer, and she is really excited to be on board with all these kinds of projects as well. So we're just being very responsive to what kinds of things and really seeing what kinds of things people want, so that we can look to how we grow and develop that.
And I'm really interested in how you get your feedback from the young people that you're working with about what they do want. So can you, just because I think that would be interesting for people listening, is how do you engage them to get feedback? How are you doing that?
I think so. Some of them I see in person. I think sometimes the world, you realise how small the world is when you start doing things and networking and you have connections and you see people. You go out and you're watching performances with other companies in the city and things like that, and you bump into young people, and it's building those relationships of just them being able to feel that they can approach us and say, oh, we've got this idea, we'd love to do that, or just looking around at what's available. But I think, so obviously social media is fantastic for that kind of an initial connection, and you do get these little comments from people, and people's parents will comment on things and say, oh, they've been saying they're really looking forward to, or they would love to do, or so you're picking up. But I think it's just about connection and being connected and open and listening to what people are saying to you, and then asking questions as well, and saying, well, this is the idea we've got. So how, so we may have an idea for a project, we get people in, and the project is, we have a concept of it, but then it's sort of asking them to take ownership of their own role in that and how they're inputting. So we're not looking to just put on a show where we're just directing everything from the front. And there's no input there at all. We want them to really have that sense of investment for themselves in the project and also in their own development as well.
Yeah, I love that. It sounds amazing what you're doing. And I assume that these young people, have they got ambitions to be in the performing arts world, or is it they just wanting to do the activities?
I think what we've found, so with my weekend performing arts academy that I run, that attracts young people, excuse me, from all sorts of perspectives, that they're coming into it with different ideas of what they want. Some of them really want to go into the industry. They're very serious about training, and others just love being there, love the connection with other people, love what they're getting from it. But, they may have an ambition to go off and be a nurse or, whatever. With Nexus, I would say, although obviously not everybody that comes along and gets involved is going to want to go into the industry, I think they're tending to be a lot more... it's the young people who are more sort of dedicated and committed, and will be happy to put that kind of level of work in and invest in it. And so I suppose even if they're not necessarily wanting to do it in the future, they're really interested in taking it seriously now. And when I say taking it seriously, we love it and we enjoy what we do and we have such a laugh, but they're all really invested and they're all really serious. I think that's sort of the nature of the projects that we're finding at the moment.
Well, I assume they're there because they want to be, not maybe because the parent has booked them in. I think there's a difference. Isn't there? When they get to a certain age, they want to commit to
I think commitment, because of the nature of performing arts and things that I would do anyway. So weekend performing arts academy that I do, we do shows and things like that, and everybody's really committed. And I think they're wanting to get, a lot of them are wanting to get those kind of skills, the soft skills, the confidence, the communication skills, and those kinds of things. And that is perhaps more the aim for some of them than specifically wanting to go into doing those things. Whereas the projects we're doing with Nexus, I think, they definitely understand the benefits of performing arts, and all of the types of projects that we do, and all of those things that it can bring them in their everyday lives, in every element of, it doesn't matter what industry you're going into later on in life. And I also feel really strongly that I think careers are changing as well now, and people are doing lots of different things and not having just a set, this is the trajectory and it's all planned. And I think we're very much kind of looking at that sense of being able to try different doors and try out different things and question and be curious and play with ideas and all of those kinds of things, that I think will help people to just have that slight more confidence and sense of adventure in, and sort of understanding that there's so many possibilities, and your imagination can take you places, and also discovering things that you never even thought of. That's all part of it.
That's amazing. And obviously I would assume that obviously you've been working with young people for the last year through these projects. we talk about impact, because obviously that was one of the elements of the awards application, was like talking about impact. What have you seen physically from the young people that you've worked with in terms of the impact you've had on their lives?
Yeah, I mean, I've had the most amazing feedback from parents, particularly, and from the young people saying, I didn't think I could do this. For some of them, they're not even students of performing arts, particularly in the past. Other than, you know, they may be doing things in school or that kind of thing. And so particularly when we did Six, that was our launch project, really. And it's a really, really popular one with a lot of the, not just young people, with everybody. But I think they came, you know, a few of them came to me and said, this was my dream role. I never thought that I would be able to, you know, and they're not necessarily looking, it doesn't have to be on the West End. You know, they might be, that might be the end goal eventually. I'd love to play this character on the West End, but it was about the characters, about the music, about the project and being part of that small, really connected cast as well, that are all so supportive. And we've had just such lovely, lovely feedback about how much confidence they found in just such a short space of time. With particularly with the first project that we did, I had put a call out for older performers and younger performers to support them. But when we actually auditioned, we had so much talent in the room and so much energy and motivation. We actually managed to get 2 casts of the main lineup. So the younger cast, the younger students that had auditioned, and actually some of them weren't quite old enough to audition when we auditioned them. They said, please, can we come, please? And I said, oh, come along. They were so fantastic that we doubled the cast and we gave them the lead as well. And they were blown away by the opportunity to be able to do it. So, and because, you know, they were so committed, it just made for 2 really, really strong casts, which was just even better, you know. So I think those kinds of things, and when the parents are coming in saying to me, you know, we just can't believe, you know, they've had grown in confidence, and they've had such a fantastic time and connected with other people as well, as a result of doing the projects. That's what we do it for.
Yeah, I understand that, because my daughter does performing arts, and when I first, obviously I see her at home every day, and then obviously that whole part, and then when I saw her step on stage, I was literally blown away as a parent. I was like, wow. Like, I don't see that at home. Like, so it's like you step into something else, can't they? When they step on stage, I feel like people just like they just something else completely different. They can get into character, own the stage, and everything else. So,
and I think, sorry, I interrupted you. No, I think as well, because some of them that are very dedicated, and they do, you know, they are quite serious about their performing arts training, and they do an awful lot of. They go off and do classes and different things with in different areas. But then they are working in that at that level where there's a lot of other people at a strong level, and there's not necessarily competition as such, but you're not necessarily going to get the opportunities because there are people working at that kind of level, and it's hard, it's tough, you know. So I think being able to go say, right, we're all, for example, with this performance that we're doing in October, this is the cast or the lineup that we have. How are we going to build this around so you all get your opportunity to show your strength, to have your, you know, turn in the spotlight, to get those solos, to get that sort of stepping forward, give everybody that opportunity. And those are really, really special opportunities to be able to, you know, work together and collaborate. So we're all on the same level. There's no one person taking the lead or somebody in the back feeling, oh, I'm just in the back row, or that kind of, which is really nice as well.
I love that. I love all that. It sounds absolutely amazing. You're doing incredible work, and obviously you're a finalist with us at the Class Business Awards. Were you excited when you heard your name called out on the?
Yes. So I was actually at the college awards where we'd sponsored one of the awards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I couldn't get. I was sat because it was kind of between. We'd had dinner and there was some different things happening and speeches, and I was trying to get online to watch it, and I couldn't get on, and I was so frustrated. So I had to come home and watch it about midnight, I think, that night. No, really exciting. I really, obviously we're so new as a company, but I think everybody's brought so many different experiences to it that it almost feels like really we're that new, because I think it's been kind of bubbling for a long time. It's just putting it into something that's more of a sort of what am I trying to say? Putting it into more of a structure, I suppose.
I think it's amazing because the categories were all judged by 3 different independent people. We had a team of 20 judges. So the fact that you've been selected as a finalist by 3 different people who probably know nothing about you or your business because they all come from different walks of businesses. I think that it's a proud moment for you and the team to be recognised for the work that you're doing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And if someone's watching this and they want to find out more about how to get involved in the activities, where's the best place to come and connect with you?
Yeah, so I think probably the easiest place is to find us on our website. So that's just nexuscreativestudios.co.uk. Or we are on all social media. Well, we're on the main sort of Instagram, TikTok. We try and have a presence on there that the young people can kind of connect to. So we can be found on there as well. And Facebook. So, yeah. We're kind of around, so hopefully, but go to our website and that will point everybody in the right direction.
Perfect. And if a provider who's watching this wants to connect with you because the story resonates, is the website the best place?
Yeah, definitely. There's a contact page there. We'd love to hear from anybody, that we can connect with, anyone who's looking for, even if you've got an awards ceremony or something yourself coming up and you're looking for performers, our young people are really keen to get involved in anything they can, and they're very professional and will, try really hard to make it an amazing experience. But we're looking for any kinds of projects that people think might be something that we could work with. We love collaborating and sharing ideas. So, yes, please do come.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us today and just sharing the story and sharing the amazing work that you're doing. I can't wait to see where this grows in the next few years. And I look forward to meeting you in October, on the 10th of October down in Birmingham. So
fantastic.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.